In a village, there was a widow named Alara, whose husband had passed away early, leaving her to raise her son, Leo, all on her own. Life was a constant struggle, and they barely made ends meet. One summer, after a heavy rain, Alara was passing by the main road outside the village when she noticed a lump of extremely sticky yellow mud by the roadside. Thinking she could put it to good use, she picked up the mud and carried it home. Back home, by the dim light of the stove, she slowly kneaded and shaped the yellow mud until she had formed a palm-sized bowl. After letting it air dry, she placed it in the stove, using the remaining heat from the fire to bake it. Though rough in appearance, the yellow clay bowl was sturdy and durable, perfect for her young son, Leo, to use as a chamber pot. Years flew by, and Leo grew from a clueless child into a strong young man. He even got married through a matchmaker's introduction to a woman named Clara. Meanwhile, Alara gradually aged, with wrinkles creeping around her eyes and her back bending. She could no longer handle heavy chores and could only help with small tasks around the house. At first, the new daughter-in-law Clara was as sweet as honey, calling her mom affectionately and eagerly serving tea and water. But within half a month, her true nature emerged. She began to complain that Alara smelled old, constantly urging her to change clothes. She grumbled that Alara ate too slowly and took up too much space, even complaining that she ate more than she contributed. Her words were filled with impatience. One evening during dinner, Alara's hands trembled, and she accidentally broke her porcelain bowl. Clara immediately flew into a rage, dug out the yellowed clay bowl from a pile of junk, and slammed it in front of Alara. "Since you can't hold a good bowl properly, use this one from now on. It won't be a pity, even if you break it." From that day on, the leftovers, potato peels, and rotten radishes were all dumped into the yellow clay bowl and served to Alara as her meal. Seeing the scraps in the bowl, Alara felt as if her heart were being sliced apart. Yet, afraid of causing trouble for her son, she never dared to utter a word of protest. Later, a famine struck the village, and food became increasingly scarce. Clara privately whispered to Leo, "Having an extra mouth in the house means more resources consumed. Your mother is old and just a burden. Why don't we send her away somewhere so we can live better?" Leo, who had never been strong-willed, was swayed by his wife's words. He hitched the family's only ox cart and approached his mother with a feigned show of filial piety. "Mom, I heard there's a good place at the foot of the mountains outside the village where you can live peacefully. Let me take you there." As they were about to leave, Alara was terribly thirsty. Leo used the yellow clay bowl to fetch her some well water,